Hello there, and welcome to another special video edition of the VO Strategist blog with me, Tom Deere, the VO Strategist, helping you navigate the voiceover industry. So today we have two very special guests. We have Carin Gilfry and Jamie Muffett. These folks are the co-founders and co-producers of the VOcation Business and Marketing Voiceover Conference series. So a little bit about them. Carin is a full-time voice actor who is currently the voice of CVS, Volkswagen, and many, many other companies. She's also the founder of the Voice Actors of New York City group, co-founder of the National Association of Voice Actors, which is a voiceover union. You can learn more about that at navavoices.org, and co-creator of the Voiceover Survey, which you can check out at voiceoversurvey.com. Jamie is also a full-time voice actor whose list of very impressive credits include Warhammer 40K, Rainbow Six Siege, Grand Theft Auto, Nat Geo, Google, Amazon, and much more. He is also the producer of Backstage's In the Envelope podcast, as well as the VO School podcast. So welcome to the video blog, Carin and Jamie.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're
We're
very
happy
well.
to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming aboard. So, we're here to talk a little bit about the VOcation conference series. So first, Carin, we'll start with you. How exactly did VOcation start? How did it come about?
Well, Jamie and I met through just kind of knowing each other. Jamie runs a great voice actor group in Philadelphia. I was running a great voice actor group in New York City. And we thought, oh, how unfortunate that there isn't a big conference every year on the East Coast for all of the East Coast people that live and work there. And so VOcation kind of came about as kind of a combination of our two groups. And we decided that it would be really, really beneficial to have a voiceover business conference specifically, because all of the other conferences that exist out there now, they deal with a lot of performance aspects, and they have awesome coaches that come and coach commercials and animation and video games, and that's great. We wanted to be a little bit different and focus just on the business side of things, which doesn't sound very sexy. It sounds kind of boring if you just talk about business.
It's sexy if you're the VO strategist.
Not if you're Tom.
Not if you're Tom. No, but it's not. You know, we wear so many hats as voice actors. There are so many parts of being a voice actor that go beyond just performance. And so we thought it was very important for everyone to learn about negotiation and how to work with agents and how to do direct marketing and how to brand yourself and how to set yourself up for success on the business side. Mm-hmm. And so that's how it came about, really.
Very cool. So the first VOcation was September 2019, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you scheduled one for 2020, but then a little bug came along. So then, so refresh my memory. Did you go digital that year, or did you just cancel in 2020?
Yeah, we did our first virtual in 2020.
Okay.
We've done 2020, 2021, and now we'll be doing it in 22 as well.
Right. So 2020, and that was officially called eVOcation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the brilliant name that was devised by Jamie's wife.
She added the E.
eVOcation.
Very,
Yes.
very clever. So Jamie, talk to us about the conversation about, how VOcation, because you had some decisions to make about whether you were going to continue or pause or stop it altogether.
Well, it was a very disturbing time in March and April of 2020 for many reasons. And, the conference that we had lined up, was obviously thrown into jeopardy. And we thought about it and we tried to, we were just going to cancel everything. And, the benefit for us with our specific area of focus is that it's not too difficult to translate to the virtual realm, because there's not so much performance and interaction in that way, like other conferences. So the information could be presented in as good a fashion online as it would be on stage at an event, with PowerPoint presentations and, just the sharing of that, vital, information that people have, as you have done on a couple of occasions, Tom. When we wrapped our head around the structure of how it could work, and, this was before everyone was so, comfortable on Zoom as we are right now, we're like, well, yeah, this could work. Like we could, does it work with 150, 200 people? We don't know, so it was a bit of a journey into the unknown. But our very first conference was such a virtual conference was such a uplifting and positive and wonderful experience, I think, for all of us. It was such a social event. That was the big surprise for all of us. It was that it felt very like we all went on this journey through this conference together, because we don't split up all that much as hosts and attendees. We kind of go through this journey together, and it felt very communal and very social. So that was a wonderful surprise. But yeah, we sort of translated a lot of the content that we were going to put on in the real world into the virtual realm, and it worked pretty seamlessly.
I can attest to that, because I got to check it out, and it was fantastic.
I think also, if I can just add,
please.
During the pandemic, we all just missed each other so much, and being a part of these in-person groups in New York and Philadelphia, Jamie and I were seeing the people in our groups like at least a few times a month. Like we ate each other's cooking, and we knew about each other's kids and families and all that. It wasn't like these faceless or little tiny profile pictures online, which VOcation now has become really kind of global. We have people who zoom in from all over the world, and that's awesome, and we got to know those people too. But I think we all just missed being together. And so that first virtual conference where we got to be in little breakout rooms and see each other and talk to other people besides the people just in our homes, it was really kind of emotional and wonderful, and it was a great way to connect. So I don't know, I think people were worried that they wouldn't have the same kind of social feeling that you get at an in-person conference, but it completely exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, no, you should both be very, very, very proud of yourselves, because it was a fabulous conference, and it really was something that everybody desperately needed. So that means you've had one VOcation in 2019, you had eVOcation in 2020 and 2021, and now it is 2022, and you have another eVOcation slated for June 10th through June 12th. So Jamie, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see and hear at eVOcation 2022?
Well, we were toying with the idea of, earlier in the year as to whether we were going to do another virtual one. And so many people came to eVOcation that maybe ordinarily wouldn't have come to a conference of ours. And because of that communal and social nature of the previous events, we were like, well, let's do it again. And within the business area of focus that we have, there's still a pretty wide array of subjects that you can cover, and we never cover everything every year. So we had to sort of scan around, and we were trying to figure out where we should really put our focus, and we've come up with a pretty cool schedule. I'm pretty excited with what we've come up with this year for eVOcation, and we got some new subjects that I think maybe might raise a few eyebrows, but we've got some fun discussions coming up. One of the ones that I'm really excited about is actually a really honest look at some of the freelancer sites. So the dreaded Fiverr, the freelancer.com, all those kind of sites where they're not necessarily voiceover focused, and they're quite, notoriously low budget. We got a very honest panel with a real mixture of panelists, people who are very pro, people who started their career that way and have moved away, and some people who are not quite as positive about them. So we should have a good discussion on that. We've got a friend of Carin's, maybe you can elaborate on this, who's talking about social media, who's currently very successful on like TikTok and places like that. Why don't you?
Yeah, Natalie Nadas. She is an audiobook narrator. She's
I know Natalie. She's funny. Wonderful.
She's amazing. And she's going to come and talk about social media and how you can incorporate social media into your voiceover business. And then the thing that I'm super excited about is that the concept for this year's conference is
sorry, carry on. My camera's lost focus. I'm trying to get it back. Oh shit.
We love it.
I'm just going to be very soft.
Blurry. You're good. You're good. It's like I
like it. It's
you're having
mysterious.
A romance scene.
You're narrating an erotica audiobook.
Hang on.
It's great.
All right, I'm going to have to get really uncomfortably close to the camera, and then
That's great.
Okay.
That's great.
There we go. There we go. Sorry.
So the format for the conference this year is really different. After every single class, we're going to do a workshop after the class. And this is something that Jamie came up with and it's brilliant to me because, one of the benefits of doing a virtual conference is that you are at home in your own space with your own computer right at your fingertips, taking these classes with access to the internet, with access to your, website and all of the things that and email and all of that stuff. So how great to learn something for 50 minutes or an hour and then go into a workshop and implement all the things that you just learned. And the teacher, we're going to be breaking into smaller groups, and the teacher who just taught the session is going to pop into each of the small groups and kind of guide people and make sure everyone's on track and see if anyone has any questions or anything like that. But I think it's going to be a really, really good working conference. I think people will come away having fixed things and learned things and on their way to success.
Wow.
That's what we want.
That's a really
Which you can't even
format.
do in person. We're trying to take the format and say, well, what are the benefits of being virtual, being remote, and trying to run with that, because you just can't do that when you're stood in a foyer of a hotel and getting slowly more drunk throughout the course of the weekend.
Some not as slow as others.
Well, you can, but your branding might end up a little bit sloshy.
They may not get quite the reputation that
soft
you
focus.
were looking for going in to the conference.
Sloshy branding.
Are there any other presenters or sponsors for eVOcation that you're particularly excited to have on board this year?
Well, so our title sponsor is JMC Demos. We love JMC. He's been a part of the conference since the very beginning. We're very, very excited for his support. Lotus Productions is one of our sponsors again this year. They are amazing. Jim and Marion and Sam and Jillian, we love them so much. Great New York studio, and they've now expanded beyond. Voice 123 is one of our sponsors, and they are offering discounts on all premium memberships. I think, that's right, Jamie? Renewals and new upgrades to different membership tiers. Not renewals. New memberships and upgrades to higher tiers. There's a discount for those folks. Mm-hmm. And NAVA, the National Association of Voice Actors, is also one of our sponsors this year, which is great. NAVA is actually not a union, though. I think you said it was a union in the beginning.
I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly.
It's an association
mm-hmm.
That works with all voice actors, union and non-union, and the goal of NAVA is education, financial support, scholarships, and hopefully we're in the process right now of getting health insurance for freelance voice actors, which is going to be a big, awesome thing. Jamie's also on the board of advisors for NAVA, and so that's going to be fun.
Very, very cool. So we know that eVOcation is going to be June 10th through 12th of this year. So when can we expect an in-person VOcation conference?
I'm so glad you asked.
Are you?
Because we have an announcement to make.
Okay.
On your blog an
exclusive.
An exclusive. And that is that VOcation, in-person VOcation in New York City, is coming back September 10th and 11th at Symphony Space of this year. So in just a few months. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And Tom dear, we hope that you can join us as one of the presenters. We would love to have you, so just keep that in your calendar.
We're asking you now, so you can't say no.
Oh, wow.
on your own blog.
No pressure. I'll have to think about it. Okay. I'm in. Yay.
Great.
Woohoo. Thanks so much for asking.
Heard it here first.
Oh, that's really exciting. And when will registration open for VOcation?
After eVOcation is finished, so after June 10th and 12th, I think we should have everything set in place to do it at the beginning of July.
Okay.
To open registration at the beginning of July.
Very, very cool.
That's our hope.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm very excited to both be there and be a part of it and present and to hang out with all these wonderful voice actors in the New York area. Oh, and before I forget, is the 2022 voiceover survey still open?
It is still open, and it will be open for another. When will this come out? On Tuesday? We're talking.
This will come out Tuesday, April 26th.
Tuesday, April 26th. Wonderful. Yes, it'll still be open until the end of the week.
Okay.
End of that week. So what day is that? May.
That would be 25th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 29th, Friday the 29th?
Friday the 29th.
Friday the 29th. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Carin and Jamie and some other fabulous voicers have put together the annual voiceover survey. It is a fascinating study to kind of give everybody in the industry a look at what the industry looks like. So if you are a voice actor, or if you know somebody that is a voice actor, we strongly encourage you to participate in the 2022 survey, because the more information that everybody has about what the voiceover industry looks like, the more empowered we are to make good decisions about our voiceover business, whether we're a voice actor or an agent, a union member, a non-union member, recording from home, recording at a studio, living in a major metropolitan area, or living in a more suburban or rural area. So yes, everybody, please go check it out at voiceoversurvey.com, right?
That's right, voiceoversurvey.com. And it's completely anonymous. I don't know who's answered it or not. People are messaging me on Facebook saying, hey, did you get my response to the survey? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anyone's response to the survey. So,
and I love getting the credit for being a part of the team, but I'm not on the team. But
you are kind of, because every survey so far, I've had you look through and tell me what needs to be changed.
So you're a consultant.
He's one of the consultants
I'm a consultant
of the survey. Absolutely.
And weren't you?
But I will say
part of the
that
podcast too.
That's true. It was announced on the pod. Yeah, that's true. But I will say that everyone on the team, Carin, of course, leading it, works incredibly hard on this survey, and it is a very valuable resource to our community. And there's no financial investment in this. There's no other benefit to doing it other than a community project. So
absolutely.
Everyone should definitely get behind it, because it's fantastic.
We have some new interesting questions too that you might be interested in, Tom, as the VO strategist.
Oh yeah.
We asked this year things like, what do you spend most of your what business related things do you spend your money on? So like a CRM, or do you pay for an accountant? And then how much do you spend per year on business related software and support? So that's an interesting question.
Oh, I'm very curious to see what the results are on that one.
We have a lot of other new questions on there too, and some that are repeats, so we can compare from year to year.
Very cool. So for those of you who are watching the VO Strategist blog right now, you've got a lot of calls to action here. Please go sign up for eVOcation, which is June 10th, 11th, and 12th. Please participate in the voiceover survey, which is open until Friday, April 29th. And keep your eyes open for registration opening for VOcation 2022 here in New York City at Symphony Space, September 10th and 11th. Yeah?
That's right.
Yeah. And go to vocationconference.com.
VOcationconference.com to sign
You can
up.
also join our Facebook group, which is where we post a lot of our announcements, which is VOcation Voiceover, and it's easy to find.
Great. Okay. Well, Carin and Jamie, thank you so much for jumping in here at the video version of the VO Strategist blog. So for those of you out there, thank you very much for watching, and please be sure to subscribe to the VO Strategist blog at vostrategist.com. Thanks everybody for watching, and happy voicing. Bye everybody.
Thanks, Tom.